Hey everybody, just want to give a big shout out at the beginning of the episode to Walt Flanagan. This episode is a huge homage and sometimes even a direct theft from Tell 'em Steve Dave and some of Walt's quizzes in that show. I just wanted to make it abundantly clear that if you're a fan of Tell 'em Steve Dave, then you're in for a bit of a treat because you're going to hear some of the funniest of Walt's questions asked to Brett and Dave today. And if you're not a fan of Tell 'em Steve Dave, then you are in for an absolute treat. And you should definitely go and download every single episode that you can of that podcast once you've listened to this episode. Alright, let's get on with the show.
Welcome, foolish mortals. I am your host, your ghost host. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now. Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
Welcome to Grand Pitch Thoughts, the video game to movie fancast podcast with Dan, Brett, and Dave. This podcast will contain detailed plot points and spoilers about numerous video games and movies, both old and new, so listener discretion is advised. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast on iTunes, Podbean, or wherever you download your podcasts from. And feel free to get in touch with us on Instagram and Twitter at GPTSPod and on Facebook at Grand Pitch Thoughts. What's up everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Grand Pitch Thoughts, the Halloween Spooktacular. Totally different. It's all about quizzes and fun. The boys have already got their drinks and their sweets, and they're ready.
8-year-olds. Hyper ads already.
Ready to step on each other's neck for more. I am your host as always, Dan Hewitt, and I am joined by Brad Amer.
Good evening.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
And David Adamson.
Hi. I bet you can't even hear that on the microphone.
Yeah, so quiet.
Did I get a point for that?
No.
I was the scary one.
We don't even know the rules. Is that the rules?
Yeah.
Who's the scariest?
Wait.
Yes.
I
Okay.
thought it was who can make Dan go the most.
Well, that's good. There's
Fucking
no
hell,
point.
I'd
because
hate
I
to do that.
happens all the
How do you
time.
do that every time?
I got enough Roy Hewitt, so.
Fucking bit.
Oh god, it's back. Give that guy a point. Right, okay, so the
2
first...
points Adamson. 3 points Adamson.
Oh god.
I can't do it either.
Right.
It's more vocal his actually, isn't it?
Brett's got a point.
Oh god.
He's not going to be able to do it now.
What a start. Right, okay, let's get into this. Let's get into the first round.
Do you want to tell me what the plan is? Like,
I'm gonna... Goddamn, I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ.
This won't do. This is the first, episode we've done after becoming celebrities, and it's all ruined.
It's all ruined.
celebrities, wait, I'm not.
Oh, for God's sake, we don't have time to talk about being a celebrity. You've met Viggo Mortensen, we
I
get
thought
it.
it was about fun today, Dan.
That's it.
You told me off at least 3 times
So
already.
much of this I'm gonna have to cut out.
Controlled fun.
There's been
is
no
what it is.
swears.
Controlled.
It's not about swearing.
Oh, isn't it?
It's about having fun, but we don't seem to be having any.
I'm having lots of fun.
Right, okay, let's get into it.
Let's do this.
So the first round is high-low. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question, and then the other person's going to have to guess whether the number that you've said, the real number, is higher or lower.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so Brett, you can go first.
Okay.
Oh, we're not answering together.
Sometimes you're going to be working together, and sometimes you're going to be working against each other.
But we don't. I don't mean working together. I mean we're not doing the same question.
So you'll say a number, and then Brett will say higher or lower.
Oh.
And then
I'm saying the number.
and then it'll be, and then you'll swap.
So is there going to be an overall score at the end of
Yes.
this show? Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it related to me?
No.
It's got nothing to do with you, Dave.
I've just got no information. I don't know.
Bigger than
I
you,
don't
Dave.
know what to expect.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, Brett.
Hello.
What? I thought it was...
Hello.
Right. In pounds, How much candy corn will the US produce this year?
Oh.
Don't forget it's Halloween themed.
So it'll be ridiculous.
Go for it. I'll give you a clue. It's in the millions.
In the millions. All right. Okay.
Like Great British pounds or
No, like pounds
weight.
as in pound. Yeah, weight.
Pounds. 300 million.
300 million. Do you think that's too high? Or do you think?
I think that's too high.
So you're gonna say it's lower,
That's what I was trying to say.
and that is a point to Dave.
Get it!
That's really what? That seems unfair.
But I think I've got to do the number now.
I mean, there's a lot of numbers under 300 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
I've
should
got
have went.
more.
You should have went so high, didn't you?
But I just went for a specific number, and then he gets a choice of a lot
It's
more
candy
numbers.
floss, mate. Like, it weighs nothing.
So it was
Is that what you said? It was candy floss, wasn't it?
candy corn.
Candy corn.
It was.
Yeah,
thir-
so
it was.
it's
I
not
based
that
that
bad.
on nothing, didn't I? I still
Yeah.
got it right.
It was 35 million.
35 minutes. It's a lot, but you know, I can't really comprehend the amount of candy corn that America
Well,
eats.
you should have tried harder.
I will next time.
Let's see how hard Dave can try. Dave,
Yeah.
See how hard I can try.
how many
There you go.
films was Bela Lugosi Dracula in? How many films was the original Dracula Bela
I have
Lugosi
literally no idea.
in as Dracula?
Is it a lot?
Give,
I mean,
can you
yeah.
guess?
I'm tempted to go 300 million.
Please do.
But judging by the last round, I'm not gonna. And I'm gonna go with 11.
11.
11.
No, yeah, 11.
Brett, do you think that's
Mixed messages.
too
now.
high or too low? Which one are you
Um,
gonna go for? You're gonna say that Bela Lugosi was in more films
Mm,
or less films?
I'm gonna say because I do think it was a few, but I think 11's a lot.
11.
I do. That's why I was gonna change it, but I can't.
I'm gonna go low.
The answer was 2.
Boom.
That was a trick question.
Was
You
a little
you
bit
made that
tricked.
seem like he was in loads.
Are you saying that is an easier question than how much candy corn does the US produce?
So angry at each other
Like
immediately.
one question in, right?
Oh right, Brett. How many Godzilla movies have been made?
8. 13. 12.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Brett, do you think there's been Dave? Do you think there's been more Godzilla films made than 12 or less than 12?
I think exactly 12.
Oh.
You have to give me higher or lower.
But the way you reacted to him
If
saying
I-
12,
if I-
he's got it right, Dan.
If I
Immediate.
said if he got it right, I would tell him he was right
Okay, so
because you couldn't beat him.
so I didn't get it right.
Right, okay. Well, now he knows I'm not
Including all the Japanese ones
All of them.
and the American ones
All of them.
and the cartoons
right. All of them.
All of them.
and the ones I made in my garage.
That's right. Well,
Well.
I made at least
Well, things
32 in my
have
now.
More.
More? Point to Dave. It's 30.
30.
Goodness sake.
30.
That doesn't include the ones in my garage, does it?
I should have kept 18.
David!
It might have went more than 18.
How many people died in the US last year due to a vampire bat bite?
Oh.
None.
Well, if you say none and it is none, you're right.
Is a vampire bite?
If you, he
Then
can
I've
say
only got one option.
higher than 0. It brought one person back from the dead.
Vampire bat.
Vampire bat
A
bite.
vampire bat's real.
Yeah, they're real.
How many people died from a vampire bat bite in the US?
First of all, can a human being die from a vampire bat bite?
Yes.
Well, there must be.
He's trying to figure us out.
Yeah. by putting teeth, fake vampire teeth.
I was trying to scare you.
Mind
thinking it's
games.
more than-
Come on, Muhammad Ali, are you?
Give me a number, I beg of you.
I don't think Muhammad Ali ever did that.
I'm gonna go with 4.
4.
4.
Right.
Less.
Less than 4.
Yeah.
We still didn't know. Did I
Oh.
win? Was it 0?
The correct answer is 1.
Boom!
Sick.
Okay, right. The,
I thought it
the
was
final
1,
one of
Did you
Halloween.
know that?
No, I didn't. I thought it might have been because you went. You know, you said 0, and I thought if you go 1, I bet he's right.
The final one for Halloween trivia. How many US people will dress up their dog this year? How many people do you think will dress up their
Who's this
dog
for?
this
Like
year?
this is going to be a huge amount. of
Again,
people.
we're in the millions.
Is this for Brett?
It's for Brett.
And it's the last one.
It's the last one.
That's
Also,
an-
he's got.
That's an odd amount of questions.
We've
You
got.
just
There's
said.
not
There's
a lot
more
of
questions
questions.
coming later.
I
Jesus
know, but
Christ.
you know, it's an odd amount.
Stop
of questions
wasting
in
time
amount.
and answer.
Now, I mean, this whole candy corn thing.
Oh my god.
You know,
It's back
it
on the
was,
candy corn.
It made us.
He's not making this.
It
very
made
fun,
us look
is
a
he?
bit silly. So I'm gonna go lower than 300 million this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for. I'm sure there's more pounds of candy corn than there is people dressing up like dogs.
Got me, hasn't it?
15 million.
15 million.
Yes.
All right.
In America, there's a lot of people.
In America. Dave, do you think more people are going to dress up their dog, or less people are going to dress up their dog?
More.
More. And the point goes to Dave. 23 million.
This is unfair. It's easier to guess the higher or lower than it is the actual number.
Whatever, mate.
Okay,
I mean,
then.
look, you got more questions. You got more higher or lower questions than I
No,
did.
that's what I did. I raised that point, mate.
Okay, the next
I'm not the
section.
quizmaster, am I?
It doesn't help me.
The next section is Box Office Mojo. Let's talk about
Why
horror
look at me that long then?
Mojo.
That's your. It's a new nickname.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through some.
Are you going to try and scare with? Is that what?
No.
Like, oh,
Some opening weekend
that's an
figures.
anxiety I can get rid of.
Don't know if I'm going with that.
Some opening weekend figures for horror films in the US. All right.
Right.
So we're going to start with
Same deal.
same deal. Just take a guess at how much you think it made on its opening
Okay.
weekend.
With Halloween.
So the first one, the film Van Helsing.
Is it me? Is
So
it
you
me?
go first
Yeah.
this time, yeah? Okay. Van Helsing.
How much do you think it made? Its opening weekend.
Can I have a guide?
It's in the millions. There's nothing that's like less than $1 million.
Right.
There's no like 0.75 million.
Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it come
Profit.
out?
Just how much? Just revenue. How much it made on its opening weekend.
This kind of information, I don't know what's normal. I don't
No,
know
I
what's a
don't.
normal amount.
I don't like the records and stuff, but that's, you know.
I'm going to go for 250 million.
Right.
Ha ha ha! You don't know what to do, do you?
No, I think it's roughly around about there for mine. I might be completely wrong. I'm going to go for lower.
Lower. The correct answer was 120 million.
Miles away.
So what
I've got loads of people that watch that bollocks, don't they?
So at the minute we're tying, is that right?
We're 3 each.
3 each. I
Right.
hope there's an odd number of questions in this round.
I couldn't tell you.
Isn't all bad.
Brett, tell me, how much did The Wolfman make in its opening
Oh,
weekend in the US?
shit hole.
I love that. I watched it 20 times, mate.
Yeah, really?
In a picture, so
Uh,
with a big group.
I'm going to say 90 million.
90 million. Did I think it's lower or higher?
Lower.
Lower?
Lower.
61 million.
Fuck. Oh, man.
David, back to you. How much did Hereditary make in its opening weekend?
We're not doing housekeeping, no.
No.
I watched that.
Was it good?
I was scared shitless.
Well, I liked it, but, you know, did you like it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect. It was, and it's a bit
It's got every
plot,
bit, but...
bit plot holy.
Yeah.
But-
So based on that, how do you think it made? How much do you think
I
it
didn't
made?
watch the end. I watched it like through my fingers. Like, I was really scared.
Yeah, it is weird. That's not going to
I'm
translate
thinking,
well.
Dan. Look at it.
I'm thinking. I want you to. I
We
want
cut
you to
that bit. 120 million.
120 million. You think it was a huge hit?
I'm going to go lower.
90 million.
No.
90 million.
90 million.
90 million.
So
80
far,
million.
what?
Hey, man, come on.
80 million.
You can't have
that right?
all of the guesses. You can't just judge his reaction and then guess something else every time.
Brett, do you think it made more or less?
I
than
still think it
80?
made less.
You think it made less? 44 million. Alrighty then.
You're not like you knew that.
No, I did not know at all. I'm nodding like I'm the champion.
The Wolfman made more than Hereditary.
Yeah.
Yep.
I suppose it would. It's a bit more blockbuster, isn't it?
No.
So let's go big. What about the remake of
Give
Evil?
away. Give up. Give away that, innit?
The remake
made a
of
lot,
Evil
didn't
Dead.
Remake of Evil Dead.
Ooh.
How much do you think that made?
200 million.
200 million on its opening weekend.
I think so. It's got a lot of followers, I think.
Less.
So Brett thought
Still thinking about Hereditary.
so Brett thought the remake of Evil Dead made as much money as like Avengers 1 on its opening
Really?
weekend.
I thought like
This is what I'm saying. I don't know. Like,
I don't either. I thought the Avengers
Comparisons.
made like $1 billion.
Yeah, in its lifetime.
Oh right.
No, in its opening weekend. Christ, that would mean every single person on the planet went to see it.
it's
Right.
opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
I didn't know that.
So it was 54 million.
That's pretty. I mean, compared to what was the first one again?
Van
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing made 125
Yeah.
million.
And then to finish off this round, let's go for Silent Hill. What did Silent Hill make in its opening weekend?
35 million.
Oh,
Ooh, that is a good guess.
is it really? I'm still gonna go higher.
Higher than 35 million? 46 million.
Boom.
So it's 5 each.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Is it?
I'm glad
It
that
was
you
so
got that
evenly
one because
matched.
I would have went like 150 million.
250. I don't know, $2.5 billion.
I just a lot of people know Silent Hill. I want to see it, and I'm judging by that. I've spent some money to watch it, so that must have been still
£8
quite a lot.
million, £8 times how many million people? Right, okay, so now you guys are going to have to work together.
Oh, I don't know if I can.
It's a
man.
bit, just a bit.
He's a nightmare
You've
at
just
work.
pitted we're against each other, and
Yeah,
now
no,
you're
so
supposed to make
bit of love in the room.
He's been kicking us under the table.
That would be weird.
So it's
Well, they don't know that, do they? They
If
don't
we
know what
don't-
the table looks
Your
like.
feet aren't even under the table.
So this is total gross in the US in the cinema, not just the opening weekend, in total in the US.
Mhm.
So which one made the most money in the US in total? The third Blair Witch movie, the remake, or Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2? Which one do you think made more in the US in total? You you don't have to whisper.
I suppose it'd be better if it didn't whisper.
For the people at home.
So what I was saying was, I mean, they're both pretty awful.
Maybe the second one because the first one was really good.
The
And it had
first
a
one was really good.
Yeah,
and then,
so it had a good reputation by the second one.
yeah, but I remember it was like, obviously the first one was low budget, but the second one was like a proper low budget film. It wasn't like DIY or anything like that. It was like a straight to DVD film almost.
Was it? Was it?
I don't think it was straight to DVD, but you would think it was.
Well, that thing. I'm voting the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm voting the second one.
let's go for the second one.
Go for the second one. Congratulations, boys. You work well as a team. It is the second one. 26 million to 20 million.
Okay.
Not much.
Nice. I'm surprised that I thought the remake would still get people excited.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 6 million difference.
Yeah.
But I think if when the third is it third?
It's the third year.
When the third one come out, it had the crappy second one. Whereas when the second one come out, it hadn't had a crappy.
But again, I'm going to compare it to Van Helsing. How could Van Helsing made 125 million, and then a remake of a film that people love make only 20?
And that was in its opening weekend.
Yeah.
Alright, boys. Here's a good one for you. Psycho, the entire length of time it's been out in cinemas, because obviously it's been coming backwards and forwards, or the remake of Psycho from 1998. Which one do you think made more in the US? Don't worry about inflation.
Right.
That's a good question. Why am I worrying about it?
Because it's kind of the numbers are the old numbers are not adjusted for inflation.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So the thing.
So you've got to think about, like, obviously, yeah, tickets were worth less, but how many more people went to see it than the other one, and so on and so forth. So there's a little bit more to
Well,
it.
this
I'm
is the
still
thing
gonna
is
go
that I
with
don't
the
know
old
because I mean, how was Hitchcock particularly famous when Psycho came out already, or was that one of the things that got him famous?
I don't know enough about his
Because
career.
it might be. Are we talking about open weekend again still here?
It's still
in total.
it's so kind of well loved that it'll have been played.
Because Psycho it
over
would have been
and
over
over
and over and over and over again. Whereas when it's
I'm inclined to go for the Hitchcock one, man.
Yeah.
Not the Vince Vaughn one.
yeah, not the Vince.
But
Vaughn
again, we're saying opening weekend here, not.
No,
overall.
in total.
Oh, this is overall. This one. Sorry, right. Okay.
Lifetime.
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 Yeah, it's got to be the original, surely.
Boys, you've done it again. 32 to 21.
We're so good
You
at
are
this,
correct.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, boys. Here's an easy
I
one.
didn't understand that one at first, though.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre compared to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, The Next Generation.
I feel like this is a trick.
This is one's going to be different, I
It's a
think.
trick, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which one are you going to go for?
Lifetime again.
Lifetime.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
surely
it's got to be the first
surely
one.
they'd still be making DVD sales and stuff from the first
The
one.
original, is the fourth one good? Never heard of it.
I haven't seen it,
It's
but
got to be the first
I
one.
could almost definitely
But why
say
would he
no.
put that question in? He's a sneaky bastard, isn't he?
Yeah, this is the thing, like, this is it.
He's not giving anything away either.
And I feel like, you know, I know Dan a bit. I feel like we'd alternate.
I'm gonna stick to respectfully the original one. Like,
The original?
I'm going to say the original because I hope that it's the original.
Guys, it's the original made 80
Yeah.
and the Next Generation made 0.1 million.
Wow.
Okay,
we had the right
let's
choice
get
there.
into it.
this curveball didn't work.
Let's get even
That
more.
was like that was too many curveballs in one. That.
Well, here's a curveball for you. How about the original Halloween compared to Rob Zombie's Halloween?
That is a curveball.
That was me throwing the curveball.
Because I actually have the Rob Zombie one on DVD and not the original.
Wow.
But I'm the opposite.
Now, based off of the
I have the original. And I
Original.
don't have the Rob Zombie one, so they made exactly the same amount of money.
That's not what final answer is.
that is not
I thought
correct.
that's what we just agreed.
I spent £8 and you spent £8.
You
so
jumped the gun there, mate.
Sorry.
I think the original still.
Yeah,
But
I do, because on every Halloween, everyone wants
Oh,
to
we're
buy it.
pushing my luck here though. We've already said the original twice.
pushing my luck.
Original.
Original.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Your first wrong answer.
Push for luck.
58 million to 47 million.
Disgraceful that.
Well, let's do it again.
It is pretty good, the Rob Zombie one, though, to be fair.
No, it isn't. They gave him a childhood and a backstory. Nobody cares about that crap.
Yeah, but it didn't ruin the entire thing.
Did for me.
Right. Okay.
So angry.
We've had a disagreement here.
Guys, what about Anaconda and Lake Placid?
Oh, great.
Which one do you think made
Oh.
more money?
Oh! Oh!
Again, I can only really go on my own experiences here because I know Jeff all about either film, really. I've only seen Lake Placid, I haven't seen Anaconda. But I didn't really mean anything.
What, that? There's more... No. Is there more famous people in Anaconda?
I think there is.
Well, Jennifer Lopez, John Voight,
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Owen
No.
Wilson.
Is it Ice Cube? No, is it? No, LL Cool J is in Deep Blue Sea.
Mm.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson, the guy who was originally Marty McFly. And then
Who's the guy who's... Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
you know who? Yeah.
Andrew Fox.
And then Lake Placid has Oliver Platt, Brendan Gleeson, Bridget Fonda,
I'm going to go with...
Casper's
I
dad.
think Anaconda.
Casper's dad,
Say card again.
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Not Bill Paxton,
Casper's
Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
I always call him Casper's dad, even though he's not Casper's dad.
Based on the people in it, I would say Anaconda.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
65 to 31. Anaconda takes it. And
Steaming ahead.
two
So how
more.
does this work in our points? 'Cause
This
it's
is just for fun.
Do you want to both get a point each time?
Well, what's the point?
Just so we can have so it's more impressive at the end.
All right, boys.
They're not idiots after all.
Two more. This one's nice.
I like this one, it's good.
I like this one.
Got a
Which
lot of
one
sugar.
made more? It or The Sixth Sense?
The new it.
TV.
Yeah, Knew It.
Oh,
Knew
Knew
It.
it.
Knew It and The Sixth Sense.
Oh.
6 cents. Oh,
Wait,
6 cents.
wait, hold on.
Hang
Hang
Hang on.
Discuss.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot I had a partner.
I like the 6 cents better.
I like the Sixth Sense better.
It.
There was a lot of hype around it.
It was. Did it make a lot of money though?
I don't know. I think it did.
The
I
Sixth
think
Sense
it probably
probably
did.
maybe
But the Sixth Sense-
didn't because people wouldn't have known how good it was until people started watching it.
Then again, but also I think the trailers and stuff beforehand created the hype itself with the whole I See Dead People thing. I think they actually created the hype.
I
Without
love
even
Sixth
the-
Sense, you know.
You think it's Sixth Sense?
I want to go for it because I like it better.
I'd like to go for that.
Let's do it.
Let's go for
that.
it.
Yeah.
327 million to 293 million. It is the
Oh.
winner.
Really? And it
And that-
hasn't been out as long.
And the last one, boys. This one's
397 million.
327. Don't
27.
be crazy.
Right, okay.
Now, this one's an absolute beaut. Which one do you think made more at the US box office? Dominion, the prequel to The Exorcist, or Amityville, The Awakening?
I think Amityville we're waiting.
Well, I don't give a shit, so you go for it.
Amityville, The Awakening?
Amityville the Awakening.
0.25 million to 0.007 million. Dominion made
Takes
more
it.
money.
Sheesh. I mean, there's not a lot of money
It
involved
made
there.
the Amityville The Awakening made $724.
What?
So that, how did you say it again the first time? Was that 0.007?
$0.007 million.
That is a roundabout of way of saying
I
$724.
didn't pick up on that until you said it.
Yes, same here.
That was a. So let's get into something else, boys. Shall we get into something called Gobbledygook?
No, sounds too scary.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is.
Gobbledygook.
So I'm gonna give you two words, or maybe multiple, but most likely two. And
What
what
are
you're
we
gonna do
gonna
is, it's gonna be one at a
Gets to
time.
this time.
Oh, okay.
Actually, how about this? The first one to get it and shout out gets the point.
Okay.
Oh.
I like the way that we're just like
On the fly
deciding
rules.
things as it happens. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had a busy day at work. I haven't had as much time to plan as I wanted. So I'm
Been
going to
talking
give
about
you.
it for months. What are you on about?
That's right. I'm going to give you two words. You're going to flip them, and then give me the opposites.
So can we have an example?
Let me give you an example.
This better be good. Yeah, you're building it up.
Right.
I'm gonna be so shit at this. Like,
Right. So no water, Mister. No water, Mister. You flip it,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Land.
Doubtfire.
Doubt.
Oh,
Yep.
drought.
Droughtfire.
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire.
No, Doubtfire.
Oh, Dow.
Mrs. Doubtfire, the film.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, but it's
water isn't. Doubt isn't the opposite of water.
Mrs. Droughtfire.
No, but fire is the opposite of water.
Yeah.
And no, to no doubt.
Right. Okay.
This is why you two aren't thinking laterally.
But you did it in the wrong. You did it in the wrong order, though.
Yeah,
surely.
he's gonna flip the whole thing. So Mister's the last word, and then it becomes the first word. The look on your face is just
I'm
Fair.
gonna be-
No, because it'll be water. No, Mrs.
Does he expect me to shout these out dead quickly?
Mrs. Doubtfire will
Oh,
be
you know,
water.
just the two words.
Mister.
So,
Right.
no,
That
so
was
no,
three words.
no water was a word together.
Right.
Because it was Doubtfire.
Got you.
See, Brett gets it.
Okay. Yes, I won. I wish this was a video so I could just see Dave's face.
Now I want to preface this by saying, and I've heard another podcast do this,
Right.
and it had this exact same result of both confusion and anger.
Sweet.
But these are Halloween themed, so always bear that in your mind holes.
Right, okay.
Halloween themed.
So let's do this.
All right, are you
Do I have
ready?
to, are we doing it like a buzzer type of situation, or we're just saying it?
Just say.
Well, you can't just buzzer it and then think about it.
No,
and
no,
then
no,
do
no,
it.
no.
Just say your
Once
name.
you buzz,
Once
you've
you've
got
got-
2 seconds to say it.
Yeah, just say your name and then you've just got to say it.
Your
Yeah.
name. Oh.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what voice is by now. Like,
That's right.
I'm the really quiet, mumbly one. No matter where I sit, you can't hear what I say.
Just want to say what name.
Here we go. Your first phrase is lowering
Mental.
bald.
Bold. Oh, right,
Flip them.
Bold.
lowering bold.
Bald. B-A-L-D.
Yeah.
Lowering bald. What's the opposite of lowering?
Hiring.
Oh.
Harry hiring.
Brett.
Brett.
Harry Raisin.
Hairy raisin. No.
No?
Dave, he said hairy raisin. Think of something that's horror or Halloween themed. That's very
Hellraiser.
So upsetting. Hair raising.
Hair Raisin.
Opposite of bald is hair.
Oh,
Hair
right, okay.
raising. Is that a film?
No, but the
No,
opposite of
it's-
bald isn't hair. The opposite of hair is no hair.
And what would you have if you had no hair? You be bald.
You have a bald head.
Hair raisin. Oh
This
my
has gone.
god.
This has gone so well. I'm so happy we did this.
Hair raisin. I thought it was going to make a film thing. Or something.
Yeah, Hellraiser.
Halloween theme.
Halloween. Just
That's
Halloween.
your only link.
Purely Halloween.
Here's
The
another
film
one.
Halloween.
This one
Let's have another one. Hairy raisin was pretty close.
was
Okay.
Harry Raisin.
but you were thinking that the opposite of bald. The opposite
Hairy-
of
the opposite
lowering.
of bald is hairy. The opposite of bald isn't hair.
And the opposite of lowering is raisin.
Raising.
Oh, you were
It's
close.
the
though.
accent, mate.
You were close. You were close. Right, here's another one.
Small dried out grape.
Hairy
This
raisin.
one's nice and easy. This one's nice and easy. Atheist destroy.
Atheist destroyed.
See, Brett's thinking laterally. You're not.
Religion fix.
No, because it would be. It would be.
You have to do it the
fixed
other way around,
religion.
and you need to say your name first as well.
Oh, because I wouldn't have got the point. Atheist.
Destroy.
Destroy.
What's the opposite of destroy?
Well, it would be fixed, wouldn't it?
It might not be fixed.
Repair.
Might not be repair.
Halloween related.
Destroy.
And what's the opposite of an atheist?
Religionist.
You're on the right lines, but you're not thinking laterally.
Something.
Wait, do we have to pick a religion?
No.
Spiritualist.
Like guardian angel.
That's. I guess that's a good guess.
I give up.
Make believe. The opposite to destroy is to make. The opposite of an atheist is a non-believer.
I'm not convinced with
I
that one.
can't
Like,
do this.
It's so good.
that is a tedious one. That we saw.
This one's. If you don't get this one, you're gonna have to go to jail.
Okay.
Alive, good.
Bad,
Bad.
dead.
Dead bad.
Bad, dead.
Is that a Halloween thing?
I mean,
How about Evil Dead? See, you're too quick
That is
to
a
be
film
like.
now.
Yeah,
Now you've went to films.
but it's still Halloween themed.
right.
Here's one that you
Have you made these up?
No, these are all off another podcast.
Right. Okay.
Stolen.
Dog White.
Black cat.
Black cat. Shit.
Dave!
Dave
Black cat!
finally gets a point.
What do you mean finally? He hasn't got any points yet.
I have.
Fiery raisin!
I think that's hairy raisin.
Fiery.
Where are you getting fiery from? Oh, the opposite bald's fiery now, is it?
Okay,
What did you get a point for?
I can't remember, but it was something.
here's a film. Work adults. Work adults.
Child's play.
Child's play.
You get.
Dave! Child's play!
Stop shouting, I have neighbours.
You get.
But I keep thinking he's going to steal it if I don't say my name. Will you not let that happen, Dan?
I won't let it happen, I
Well,
promise.
stop saying your name.
Right, here's something that's Halloweeny.
Right.
Again, it's very easy.
I have neighbours.
Very easy. Are you ready?
Hey, that's not fair.
Covering his eyes. Unlock peace.
Warlock.
Warlock.
Very good.
Thank you.
I didn't turn them the other way around.
Yeah, lock war.
Here's one. Spoon bat.
Spoon bat. Is that opposite of a bat?
What? What? Spoon bat.
Spoon bat.
Spoon bat.
Guy Fawkes.
What the hell are you talking about?
I was
That
thinking,
was good.
what the fuck is opposite of a spoon, man?
Guy.
And obviously the bat
Just
is
some guy who was in
opposite
the
of
back.
a bat is a guy. The opposite of spoon is a fork.
Right. If the opposite of a spoon is a fork,
Yeah,
then what's the opposite of a bat?
a guy.
Idiot.
Something. Anything that's not a bat.
No, it's the opposite!
Tab.
Think of fork. Halloween themed.
Pitchfork.
Pitchfork!
Pitch. Bat.
Pitch.
No, I'm not having that at all. A pitch is not the opposite of a bat. It's not the opposite of a bat.
Oh, I can't wait to do the
I'm
Christmas.
mega confused.
A
Like,
bat isn't a baseball bat, but how is a pitch the opposite of a baseball bat?
I can't wait. I can't wait till Christmas.
who made these up? Who made these up?
Is this the idiot podcast?
I was gonna do some more, but I'm not gonna even stop because you'll just shout at us.
Come on, one more. You put it up there. You've got to be prepared to take some shouting.
Okay, this one isn't. This
Just do
one,
them all, Dan.
Yeah.
right. Well,
I'm enjoying it.
right.
Same here.
My face might not say that, but it's
I
confusion.
was like, I just-
It's confusion. That's
I just
all.
want you to. If you're not enjoying it, then we're doing it.
Oh, definitely fully enjoying it.
As long as you're enjoying it.
I'm enjoying that. I'm angry at the
This
same time.
this one's gonna really piss you off.
Emotions are fun, Dan.
I don't think so. My father tells me
This
that's
one's
not
gonna
true.
really piss you off.
Stranger siphon. What I'm looking for is one that's two parts to one word.
Siphon. What was the first one?
Stranger. Thanks for that.
Is it a film or
It's something to do with Halloween.
Halloween.
Something
Siphon?
something super famous to do with Halloween.
I've got no.
Something
Got
friend, surely.
It's not very scary, Brett.
Dead friend. Would be scary death.
Is that a threat?
It sounded like that, didn't it?
It would be scary, I suppose. Killing us.
Perhaps dead friend would be scary death.
Over the worst quiz ever invented.
Oh, my neck hurts.
Then would you be making jokes? I don't know what the heck
forgot.
the opposite of siphon would be.
Okay, so this was why I was gonna just skip it
This is
because
a no
even
point,
I
so-
had no idea what this was. When I
Yeah.
finished it.
Even Dow knows everything.
Even him, who had the answers in front of him.
I'm still confused. It's the opposite of siphon is pump,
Pump.
and the opposite of stranger is kin, family, kin,
pumpkin.
pumpkin. I think if you got pump, you might get kin, but if you
Right,
don't get,
yeah,
I
yeah.
had no idea what the opposite of siphon.
These are
was.
really tenuous. These links, like.
Oh, it gets this one. I'm just going to tell you because it's ridiculous. Overdose full was
Empty.
Halloween. Now I don't agree with that one because it's not Halloween.
Overdose. Ween.
Yeah, overdose is the opposite of
of
overdose
wean?
is wean to wean off the drugs. I told
That is
That is-
ridiculous.
that one's
reaching.
That one's
That
reaching.
is reaching.
But how about this one? This one is it's just this one's just a general word.
Do you know when the other podcast did this?
Yeah.
Did any of them get it right?
The ones that you got right, they got right pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
So
Just as clever as them idiots. Eh?
murky, old, nothing to do with Halloween, just
Okay.
something in general. It's one word, so it's the two
Nuclear.
nuclear. Love it.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Now this one's also a funny one. Caress, bastard. It all depends on what you think the opposite of a bastard is.
Yeah. I mean, and caress. The opposite of caress would be not caress.
I can guarantee you, none of these are not then the word again.
I give up.
I didn't get this one either. This one confused me.
Something child.
I'll give you a clue. The opposite of bastard is bitch.
Oh.
What was it again?
Is it Halloween themed, this one?
No, it's just a general. Caress, bastard.
So that was the
Bitch.
bastard is
Bitch,
bitch.
bitch. Bitch lick.
Kiss bitch.
Bitch slap.
Bitch slap.
Bitch slap.
Opposite of caress was a slap.
Ah.
Maybe. This
Okay.
this one's
Depends how you caress, doesn't it?
this one's a movie.
I like these ones.
Minimum calm.
Maximum.
Mad Max.
Fear. Maximum Carnage.
Mad Max. Maximum carnage.
I've never heard that film, but it sounds good.
Carmageddon. And the last one, you won't get this one, but it's pretty funny. Heterosexual male, thick. But it's just two words. Heterosexual male, thick.
Thin lesbian.
You're so goddamn close.
Oh! No, it's not that. It's definitely not that.
I just went for other words that mean lesbian. I'm out with them.
No, I think that's me.
This one's pretty funny. Thin Lizzy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lizzie doesn't mean lesbian.
We know that, but it's funny. So boys, after that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brett has 7 and Dave has 9.
I don't see how that's true.
Well, it is.
Okay.
I'm glad we agree.
I'll accept this.
Okay, boys. Are you ready?
No.
Alright.
Nearly.
Let me know when you're ready.
And go.
The next portion is called Family Fortunes. You
Well, you meant to say that like portion, like then.
Family Portions.
Family portions.
Family
No,
Portions.
like the next portion
Oh,
is.
no.
Family portion.
Nailed it. So in this one, obviously you'll play the role of the entire family, so you'll just get one question, you have to answer them all,
Right.
and then when you get 3 strikes, and then the other person, if you get the one right, you
So
then
the answer
win.
like, show me potato salad.
That's right.
Yep.
I've never seen Family Fortunes.
Oh, that's a shame. So
You just got to give the top answer.
yeah,
Right.
top answers.
Oh yes, I have seen it.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3,
Is it Les
4,
Dennis?
5, 6,
Yep.
8, 9, 10.
I've seen extras.
Okay, are you ready? Top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers on the board. Highest grossing horror films.
Who goes first?
Well,
not
Dave, you're in the lead, so do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
I want to go first.
Highest grossing horror film, top 8 on the board. Go.
What?
Highest grossing horror films.
Top 8 on the board.
Top 8 on the board.
Just say one of them.
I'm gonna have to buzz you, Dave.
Oh God.
Come on.
Come on, buzz 'em.
The Exorcist.
Show me Exorcist. Ding ding. It's up there. Number 3 on the board.
Does that mean he gets another turn?
Yep,
now?
get
Right.
keep going.
Do I?
Yep. You've already
hard,
been.
it's
You've
really
already
hard.
been. But remember, in previous rounds, you were told some high ones.
Hey, don't give. That's a massive clue you just gave
Yeah,
there.
it's also a clue for you though.
Yeah, I know, but it's his turn.
I can't remember them anyway.
Come on.
Let's go with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
So,
Go again. You got 3 goes.
what?
You got 3 strikes. Keep going.
I think unfair advantage.
Yeah,
He's already in front. This is making him even more in front.
Well, it's not because he hasn't got anything yet. He has to get all 8 correct to get the point.
Do I?
Yep.
Right, got you.
Well, if Nightmare on Elm Street isn't there, then
Don't give him any more clues, please. I would like one clue when it's my turn.
Why? You sound like you're having an aneurysm. What's wrong with you?
The Omen.
The Omen.
Oosh.
Oh, that was close though.
Oh, I hate it when you do
I think
this.
the Omen was famously low revenue.
Was it?
No, I'm just making that up completely.
Dave, last go. Give me one of the top 8.
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. Not up there.
Oh. I'm really surprised about Blair Witch, considering we know that it only made 26 in the.
No, that was
No,
another
man.
one. Not the first one. First one made loads, didn't it?
We didn't discuss it.
Didn't
We discussed the remake.
It
and the
made
second
loads
one.
because it
Ah,
cost so
yes,
less than.
of course.
So, yeah, whatever.
So, Brett,
God,
can
yeah,
you give me
stupid, though.
one of the 7 other answers?
Just gotta give one,
Just on
and then
one
it gets a point.
to steal.
Yeah, to steal. Because
Here
you
we
got
go.
the first. You said you wanted to go first.
Wait, I said I'd never seen Family Fortunes.
And then halfway through you said you didn't remember.
It.
And then you said Les Dennis.
It.
8. Ding 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 ding. Top answer on the board.
Really? The new one?
The new one.
Well, I don't really think it's a horror film, so.
In 8th.
Oh, what?
Should I throw a point back, Brett?
8th, The Conjuring 2. 7th, 7.
Ah.
6th, Hannibal. 5th, Signs. 4th, The Exorcist. 3rd, Jaws. 2nd, The Sixth Sense. And 1st, It.
Oh, well.
Brett, next up.
7.
7.
It's not a horror film.
It was on the list. These are all from Box Office.
Jaws.
These are all off Box Office Mojo, I believe.
It's going to be really hard to get like all of the answers.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, but I can only get one, probably.
Right, Brett, you're up.
Yeah. Hello.
Highest grossing horror film franchises. So that's all of the films in total. How much money did they make?
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top 8 answers on the board.
For franchises.
Woody Woodpecker over here.
I'm just really scared, man.
He's just nervous.
It's a Halloween spectacular, man. Spooktacular, sorry. TM. I'll go with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Ding! Number 4 on the board.
Nice
656
Horror franchises.
million.
Horror franchises.
Horror franchises.
Okay, so I'll just go straight on my next one then.
Go to the next one.
Scream.
Scream.
Good one.
Number 6 on the board. 548 million.
How many is it altogether?
8.
8 again. Right.
I need 6 more from you.
Right, okay.
Or you will not get a point.
If you need out my sweet packet.
No.
So angry.
Why would I do that? Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Ding! Second on the board. $773 million.
I've got 3. I've got 5 to go. Halloween.
Halloween. Bing! 5th on the board. 623 million.
Halfway there, man. Jaws.
Jaws.
Oh.
I can't think of any, so.
I'll go for it. Just the solo.
7.
You know, it might, you know, considering that it is the highest, it could still be up there. I'm not going to, because you've just mocked it.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't go for it if I was you.
Really horror franchise. Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
Good.
What?
It's a bullshit list, mate.
Yeah, is that it could not include like the nun and stuff in it?
All the figures are correct as of the time of recording.
Right. Okay.
This
So
recording,
or
other
for two-
this recording, other podcast you stole it off.
Or 3 weeks ago when I got it off the box office mojo.
so I've had 2 wrongs.
2 wrongs. They don't make it right.
I'm not going to go for Insidious either then. Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. Bing! 8th on the board. $415 million.
Wowzers. I've said Scream. Would Scary Movie be in there? No. I'm not going to do that.
Would it? No. Based off the look on Daniel's face.
I haven't got a family to discuss it with, you know.
I know. That's why I said I would love it if there was more people here, but it would just be silliness.
It would, yeah. The microphone would not hold that.
It would struggle. I'm gonna have to buzz you, Brett.
Oh, come on now.
I'm gonna have to buzz you, son.
Scary Movie.
Scary Movie. He's thrown it away. No,
It was always going to happen.
let's see.
I've got one. Here
it comes.
Saw.
Oh, you get.
Saw. Bing.
Yes!
Christ. 7th on the board. 510 million. The answers were the Hannibal series
Oh, Hannibal, he said that in the first one
and
as well.
The Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Is that it?
Exorcist
You
made
did well, mate.
more than $1 billion.
What?
What?
What? Say what?
I think I did well.
Right.
You did very
And
well.
I still walked
I was
away
going to
with
say
nothing.
Hellraiser until you said Paranormal Activity,
Yeah. Hellraiser?
and it popped in there. Well, there's a few Hellraisers, isn't there?
Yeah, I know, but I don't think that they've ever been really that popular, have they?
They're like a cult following.
A more cult thing.
Okay, David, here we go. Let's get ready. Strap yourself
This
in.
one again.
The highest budget horror movies up until the year 2013.
Highest budget.
I could not get, other than clicking through every single horror film ever made since 2013, I could not find a list that was up to date.
Right.
So anything 2013 and backwards,
Oh, this is hard, this one.
highest budget.
Am I going to put the individual films?
Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top 8 answers on the board.
Thinking of things with loads of special effects.
This could be a quick one.
Definitely. Or something that isn't like just one killer with a knife running around.
That's right.
Horror films are pretty easy to make, really, aren't they? A lot of them. I've got an idea.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Is that a good one?
I think so.
Oh! Not up there. Give me another one. took him this long to get the first one.
I think I've got one lined up, like.
Oh, he could steal with no answers on the board.
Oh, I've got another one as well.
He's got 2,
It's hard, though, isn't
but
it?
now he has to pick which one is the most likely.
I've got that all coming to us now.
Oh, they're coming to him. If only you had this
Thick and
round.
fast.
Think about
fast.
just horror movies.
Thick and fast.
This is great for the podcast. So much cutting
Nobody's
out.
got to think it on the spot.
What happened to the buzzing? I got buzzed. Oh, almost buzzed.
Well, if I buzz him, he's going to be completely out. Isn't he? He's got two strikes.
And you can cut it.
At least buzz one of his chances away.
Do you have anything? Anything at all? Because you
I'm
haven't got.
going through loads of films, but I can't pick one. Hold on.
Can't pick one.
Well, yeah.
Just pick one.
What was a big blockbuster? 28 weeks later.
28 weeks later. It's not up there. Last chance. Last chance saloon.
2013, you said, didn't you?
2013, I said.
2013 isn't really that long ago, considering.
It's just a really awkward time, isn't it?
Yeah.
What an awkward.
Awkward source material.
Give up.
He gives up. He gives up. He's out. Brett, can you name one on this list?
I'm second guessing a couple of them actually because now I think about one or two of them might have been after.
Well, you can say them out. Say them out. Do you thinking out loud?
I was thinking the remake of The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought
What shit that film was.
it was terrible, but it's very effects based, isn't it?
CGI.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I mean. It's
Yeah, but
expensive.
that's what wasn't.
CGI is expensive.
The other one was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's terrible compared to the first one, but I bet it was a lot more expensive to make. I'm going to go with. I'm not sure if it was before 2013 or not. Insidious.
Insidious. It's not up there.
I'm really interested to see what's on this list.
Yeah,
Insidious
I've
had
got
a
one.
budget of $5 million.
Right.
Because horror movies aren't renowned for being expensive.
Here we go. World War Z.
Oh, of course. I like 28 Days Later. Oh no, that was way before 20.
I Am Legend.
These are not horror films.
End of Days. The Wolfman. What Lies Beneath. Hollow Man. Sphere. And Prometheus.
Oh. Prometheus.
I
That's
wouldn't
not
consider
really a
Prometheus a
horror
horror
film.
film.
What
but
lies beneath? One of those most like the Harrison Ford.
It's ridiculously
How
expensive.
is that so
and it made a
expensive?
lot of money as well.
How was that so expensive?
I think it was just because like him and Michelle were both worth like 20 million each at the time. Okay,
That was hard, Dan.
let's. Well, it was a good time though. You had fun, didn't you?
No, I felt a lot of pressure. Now I don't feel very well.
That's probably all the
Can
sugar.
I go to the toilet again?
You're having a lot of sweets there. That's probably what it
Here
is.
we go. Classic films that should never be remade. Now, just to give you a caveat, this was asked.
This is a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
This was asked to customers at a comic book shop.
Right.
Classic films that should never be remade.
Have they been remade?
Yeah, does it include ones that have been remade or not?
No.
No. Is it horror films?
Nope. Just films
Oh.
in general. Classic films
Oh.
that should never be remade.
Crud.
That's solid.
It is. Because now my whole line
It's
of
not
thought
even
is
horror
going down
anymore.
Halloween and horror as
We're
well.
moving away from horror now, boys.
I've got to have 8 of these.
Top 8 answers on the board.
I'm going to think of like proper classic films and
Go
I'm
for
going
it.
to go for Rear Window.
Rear Window.
Remember, this is a comic book. Fans kind of. That's what you
Alright,
said in the
okay.
comic book.
Comic book.
Alright, okay. Or Batman Forever. No, that's not right.
When you said that,
Forever.
Batman Forever.
So condescending about that.
Basically nerds.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man, I can't think of any now.
Just classic films that should never be remade.
Classic. Yeah, no,
Think of classic films that should never be remade. In your own mind, perhaps?
I am thinking that, but I'm also trying to think of
You've got to
whoever.
think tactfully.
Exactly.
Well,
I don't
your
just
own
say that
opinion.
I'm
So far, you are
baffling.
both failing. So maybe you shouldn't think so tactfully.
What's classic?
Classic? What would you...
Anything classic can be classic, really, can't it?
Go for it. Just throw out a classic film.
I feel very much on the spot here.
It's horrible, isn't it?
2 on the spot, man.
This is why you've never applied
Andy
for
Rush
Family
is-
Feud.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
And you can cut it, so it doesn't
Les,
matter.
Les Dennis wouldn't let you get away with this. You wouldn't be humming and hawing.
We didn't apply to be on this game show, Dan. You made us come here.
Honestly, all I can think is really stupid answers, and The Rain Man.
The Rain Man.
Aye.
Not The Rain Man.
Now I just want to get out of it.
That's why I giggle.
But he...
You're gonna kick yourself when you hear
I
some
need
of
to think
these.
of
The
one.
bloody shrew.
The bloody shrew. That wasn't my answer.
You're gonna kick yourselves right in the face.
I get the answer, don't I?
You can still get an
I
answer.
get one.
Yeah, but
I've got one in my head.
Have you really?
I don't know though.
Because this has been remade. The Birds.
The Birds.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer though.
Thank you.
It shouldn't be remade either.
No.
David.
Well, the only thing I can think of is something I haven't even seen, but it's very famous, and I know a lot of people like it. I'm going to go with The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's not up there.
Also a good answer.
Brett gets the point
Thank you.
Did he get one, like?
You got your point before.
because if you get it wrong, he still gets the point.
Oh, no.
So, are you ready?
Because in the actual game show, you do like a buzzer.
Can we have more guesses just out of fun?
Go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, why would you
E.T.
do that?
E.T. Nope.
It is not on there.
Jaws 1.
Nope.
I'm going to go through Spielberg.
Jaws 1.
Jurassic Park.
I wouldn't go through Spielberg.
Indiana Jones.
Nope. But you're on the right track. You're getting closer.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Star Wars is one, but actually, you still don't get the
Remakes.
point.
Like, it shouldn't be remade,
Shouldn't be remade.
but sequels is okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
The Italian Job.
Godfather.
Godfather. That's good.
Casablanca.
That is
Classic films. Gone with the Wind.
But I was going to say Citizen Kane.
Wizard of Oz.
Was that on
Citizen Kane.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
it's on there.
Doctor Strangelove. And the last one, Forrest Gump.
Oh.
Classic films.
Oh,
that
what?
You couldn't
Never
remake.
Because you said a comic book kind of crowd, I didn't go for Citizen Kane.
No, that's just who they asked, and that's what they
I
answered.
seen the people who read comics.
I just didn't want. I just
Wouldn't
didn't want
be
you
a
to
fan
think.
of
I just didn't
Citizen
want you to
Kane?
think like.
Well, it's just a bit more of a naughty 40 film, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite.
Okay, so this one,
Rosebud.
this one's pretty funny.
Rosebud.
Citizen Kane, they're back in the dead. Guys,
Is he dead?
Probably.
Orson
Orson
Welles, yeah, he died in like the 60s, didn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
No, the Citizen.
The Citizen's definitely dead. El Citizen. Hey everybody, quick heads up. If you are used to Tell 'em Steve Dave, then you know exactly what's coming. If you're not, prepare yourself, because things are about to get very dark and very rude very quickly. Guys, name something... Dave, this is for you first. Name something that your woman cannot joke about.
What's the context here? This is really big.
Just name something that your woman definitely cannot joke about.
It was still doing Family Fortunes.
Family Fortunes.
Right.
Schlong size. I mean,
It's so vague, this one.
Penis size, it's up there.
What's up with that?
Keep going.
She can
oh, we're
eat.
still on Family Fortunes.
My lass makes jokes about penis size all the time.
Like, perhaps it's too big. You should have saved it with that, Brett. Not just leave it dead.
I'm happy to leave it dead.
Top 7 answers on the board. Number 2, penis
That's quite
size.
renowned for having a big knob, though. Well, he is.
Come on, Dave, give me some more.
The followers don't know, mate.
Things that your woman should talk about.
Name something that your woman cannot joke about.
Baldness.
It's up there.
Is it? Yes.
Number 5, my hairline.
Is it all like jokey stuff like that?
It's just you're on the right. You're on. These are all things that you would probably be like. You could see people being like, oh, "I don't like people taking the mick out of me for that reason."
Someone could, yeah. argue.
Finances.
Job/money. Bing. Number 4,
Did I win yet? Oh, no,
Nope.
I've got to get all 8 of them.
7.
Have we got? How many you got?
Got 3 out of 7.
I got 3. I was 7.
So far, we've had job/money, hair, and penis size.
Fitness.
Wait, it's up there. Number 3 answer on the board. 3 more to get.
Diet.
That would be weight.
That would
surely.
fall under weight, so I'm
Would
gonna
it?
have to give you an on that one.
No, it's 2 points.
Oh,
say the
I'm
same
sorry.
answer.
I didn't realise that's how the game worked.
But you said it was right though.
I'll say
Fashion sense.
what I eat for 3. Fashion.
Car.
Car.
Balls.
Right, Brett. Something your woman cannot joke about. We've had penis size, weight, job/money, hairline.
Just looks.
Looks in general.
Yeah, just general beauty, like looks, face, makeup.
Makeup?
She can't do women things.
She can't joke about the fact that you wear makeup.
I misunderstood the question. I misunderstood the question completely. I thought it was something that she would be touchy about.
She would be touchy about your penis size.
If I was, yeah.
Hairline.
I didn't give these answers. I was quite confused by it.
Well, that's a big fat on that one.
Like, I didn't understand the question.
no, I'm sad.
What else was it, Dad?
Okay, number 1 answer. My mom/family.
Oh, Jeff does that all the time.
6th answer on the board. My IQ.
What?
And 7th. My bedroom skills.
Bedroom skills.
Oh, is that different than penis size?
That's different.
That's ability.
That's ability.
Size doesn't compare to ability.
Better not joke about that.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Second last one of the of the game.
This one's for me.
I don't know what's wrong with my voice today.
Brett, name me a taboo in the bedroom.
A taboo. No
He loves
foreplay.
this, doesn't he?
What?
No foreplay.
No foreplay.
Nothing.
Lack of foreplay.
Lack of foreplay is a
None of
taboo.
it.
I'm talking taboo. I'm talking taboo.
as in- right, okay.
Things that should not be done.
I'm anal.
Anal! It's up there!
I went from no foreplay to anal. That's usually how it works, to be fair.
5th answer on the board.
Right, okay.
5th.
Top 5 answers on the board. Number 5. Saying,
Oh,
Fucking hell, I mean, this could go into some dark areas, man.
let's go there.
Public.
In the public.
How can you be in public and in the bedroom?
Well, it just means while having sex. It's just a roundabout kind of family way of having sex.
Family way.
Of saying having sex, mate. Come on.
Family way.
Family friendly way of saying having sex. Yeah?
Come on, Brett. Give me a taboo in the bedroom.
Something about your phone.
Something really dark.
Filming.
I was going to say that. That's all I have.
Filming. It's not up there.
That's
What?
not up there.
Oh, how many?
5.
People love it.
Well then, Dave, fucking steal it then. You pervert.
Pervert. Oh, that was funny. Right, David, do you have anything to steal it? Give me a taboo
Not really.
in the
Taboo.
bedroom. How
I thought
dark
of
can
one.
you
I
go?
thought of one.
It's too late now.
But it's too late for me.
Say it.
I wasn't sure
You
how
want
dark.
to
You don't want us to say it.
I do.
I wasn't sure how
I
dark.
do.
we
Really
were going
don't.
on that one.
It's very offensive.
Well, don't say it in an offensive way.
If he says it wrong, can I just have one?
I beg your pardon?
I want anal filmed.
Ian on, can I just have Ian on camera, please?
Make sure my family see it.
David, name a taboo in the bedroom.
Whose bedroom?
Your bedroom. A taboo in the bedroom.
In a bedroom. Hypothetical bedroom.
Well, it depends what people like, doesn't it?
Well, name a taboo.
What's a popular one? What do you think the
Some
top
people like anal.
the top 5 people are saying? I want to know, yeah, but it's taboo, innit?
Come on, Dave, give me a taboo.
I want to say AIDS, but it's terrible, isn't it?
That's just not taboo.
The thrill of AIDS.
A taboo.
I think we're misunderstanding the word taboo.
Like, so things
Things that aren't allowed.
things that you do.
AIDS aren't allowed.
I know what it
Yeah,
means.
things that you shouldn't do.
Gag.
Gag. It's not up there.
Water sports.
Water sports
water
isn't
sports?
up there.
Urine.
Oh.
Brett gets the point. So number 5 was anal. Number 4, necrophilia.
Fucking hell. I wasn't sure I was going that dark, mate. I was trying to keep it light.
I told you to go dark.
I know, but I didn't know how dark you meant it.
Number 3, feces.
Feces. So feces up there, but urine isn't.
Nah.
Right.
Number 2, multiple partners. And number 1, bestiality. Alright, guys.
I feel like we brought it back to the Halloween sort of
we
theme
did.
a little bit
Yeah.
more.
And the last one, just a bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously, Dave. Dave, give me a telltale sign that a man is pussy whipped.
Can't go out without asking.
Top answer on the board.
Wow.
Can't spend money without asking. Got to give our lift everywhere.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Number 5 answer.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Dress sense, like has to wear what she tells him to wear.
Ooh, that is a good answer.
Mm.
But it's not up there.
Oh.
Is that 2 you got? 2 fails?
Yes. Beats him up.
Beats him up!
Go and dark again.
Is it not there?
Way too dark.
Oh,
It's
damn.
not up there.
Oh, is that 3 lives?
That's 3 lives.
Right. Okay.
It's a shame because I think you got the 2 obvious ones. These ones are a bit weird.
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 Like they wouldn't spring to mind straight away for me.
Is it feces again?
It's not feces again.
Bestiality. Oh, you said like dress sense, haven't you?
Yeah.
Never. Oh no, because that's kind of what you said earlier. I was going to say earlier because I can't think of anything else. Oh no, wait.
Oh, more.
It always pays the bill.
Always pays the bill.
Oh,
It's not up there.
Sugar.
We had makes all of his decisions for him.
Oh yeah. No, you had
So it
it.
was just too specific with the clothes.
Yeah.
That's
Holds.
what I meant by beats him.
Oh, I see. Holds her purse when she has to go to the loo. Which I thought was a weird one. It's like, I've just been like,
Oh
hold
no,
this.
that would be the worst. I hate having to hold a purse for 2 minutes.
And shares a Facebook/email account.
Right. Okay.
He's not allowed to have his own. And
In the modern world, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
and that's it, boys.
Is it?
That's it.
Dave's won, hasn't he?
Have I?
Let's total it up. Brett has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points.
Oh.
But David has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
pointless,
7,
isn't it?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points.
Oh.
Brett.
Lucky 13, Halloween.
Oh.
Spooky. And that's it, boys. So,
So what do I win?
the sweets you've already eaten.
Well, he got them as well,
Yeah.
and he's finished
He
his.
wants something that I don't have.
Can I have the rest of his drink?
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
As he guzzles it down, making sure that
I'm
Dave
trying to
can't
make
have a drop.
noises.
Gulp.
I've had fun. I've had messy fun.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Is there anything that you'll be doing Halloween regards to watching certain horror films or anything like that, or is it just whatever's on the TV? Or
I
Don't really
accidentally
do anything,
took a
no.
job on Halloween, like.
are you scared?
No. I was just planning on doing an all-nighter with movies and that. Maybe he's doing that Tyneside Cinema thing.
Yeah, I didn't do the Tyneside Cinema last time, but I did go to Silverlink and do their like kind of
Did you?
version of a thing. I think they did like a lot of old films. I think it was Halloween last time.
Just a
I
lot
did.
of old Halloween films.
Yeah,
just
like
in
the
a
actual Halloween
Mhm.
films.
I've been watching a lot of horror movies anyway, so it doesn't really feel like I have specifically to watch them for Halloween.
Mm.
I mean, I did buy Hereditary and get excited about that, and it did scare the hell out of us. It sticks with you a bit, doesn't it? Some of the imagery in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you were
Definitely.
watching Friday the 13th. You were making your way through the Friday the 13th,
Yeah,
and that just stopped.
Yeah, it did.
I do that quite often. I do that too much. And I think it's because they're never ever consistent enough to keep you going through all of them.
Mhm.
I just got sidetracked by watching and doing other things, I think.
Mhm.
I intend to go back to it. Which one was I on?
I
5.
think-
6, 5. think
yeah, I
five.
think you might have been on. I think you were on 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So you might have watched another one since then.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what we'll do is we'll just kind of just quickly go over like some of the biggest ones, and we'll just kind of have just a super quick chat about them because we're only on an hour and 10 minutes. So honestly I didn't know how long it would take.
Well, what did you think about Hereditary? Because you said the second time you watched it, you weren't that keen.
I just
It was a bit vague at times, wasn't it? Like in the middle was a bit boring.
yeah it was that I think everything.
That's what you said, though. And you said that you
It's definitely
enjoyed the
parts that
beginning.
trailed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it came back spooky as all.
I enjoyed the beginning. I actually enjoyed it going quite far into it. But then the end, it was almost as if it was getting made. It was going along, almost. I mean, I know it wasn't because they did have quite a specific story, but like the structure just seemed to disappear.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand it all as well, really.
Yeah,
Because some of the bits that they were using for scares early on didn't seem to fit with the final reasoning for what was happening.
Yeah, there was definitely a few bits and pieces where I was just like I'm not fully sure what's
the clicking. You kept hearing the little girl's clicking that she was doing, but why would he be hearing that if it was a demon?
But then it was
I think that was just added in there to be scary, man. I don't think there's enough scary bits.
There was definitely a few bits that were.
Was the little girl? She was that king demon guy, right? Because she said, Grandma says, "Oh, she wishes would have been a boy."
Yeah.
Yes.
So was she aware that she was that when she was alive? Was she still a little girl but with that demon inside her?
I don't know. Well, the way I took it was that she didn't. She said she wasn't the demon until the end, but like the demon was like around her, rather than like in her, like or maybe it was like in her, like waiting quietly.
Yeah, it was strange. I didn't understand that really about it. I was a bit confused with it.
Whereas I feel like a lot of the ones like
because what was the stuff about she would feed herself feed.
This is even ringing a bell.
You were saying before as well about like the imagery sticking with you and stuff like that. I think the main things that stuck with me was what's the lead actress? What it was called again? Yeah, her face, her reaction to things. She's really like
she's brilliant.
The wide-eyed, open mouth thing just really creeped us out.
I think she's born to play like horror movie stuff.
Yeah,
I think she's amazing.
But it's like something that wouldn't even be that scary, but then it turns to her face. She's got a completely still kind of.
Oh, well, that was spoiled. Like we've all seen it.
Oh yeah, it's on DVD. So
I mean, at the end, it just kind of like spiked. It was kind of like going along a bit creepy, and there was a couple of bits where it peaked a little bit. The end when the mother went a bit mental, when they burned the dad and that, that was insane. After that, when the little kid, when the lad wakes up, and you know what they did really well, which films have been doing for ages, but you know, a figure in the background, not quite in the scene. It was so like well lit that you were questioning whether you would see it. You could see it or not.
Yeah, definitely. But then it was like still significant enough for you to be questioning. It doesn't go missed.
Yeah,
it doesn't get missed.
I mean, even at the beginning when she saw the figure of her mother in there, what was that about as well? Because was she a ghost or?
That's another thing that I wasn't 100% sure on.
I think that was just really a device to show her as one of the weird people. Like,
or was the demon, like, was the demon thing haunting them and then tricking them in different ways? By taking the form of our mum as a ghost figure.
I think it could. I think that's the thing is it could be numerous different ways. Yeah, I think the thing about Hereditary was it's just a bit. For me, it's. I don't know what it is about it. It's just not the kind of horror film that I particularly. Not that I don't enjoy it, but I just enjoy other ones more.
I really like that kind of thing, like the kind of supernatural style.
It's a psychological kind of stuff.
But it was just a bit like at the end you were a bit thinking back like, well, what was that? What was that? If that's the explanation, how does that work?
What's interesting is that I normally prefer things that are a little bit ooh, what's going on, and then go in your face. So like Insidious is a prime example. Well, Insidious starts pretty much in your face because obviously it starts with the demon in the window. But then like something like The Conjuring, which is like, oh no, this isn't really demons, and then they go somewhere else and they're like, oh, strange things are starting to happen, and then they just outright say there's demons. Whereas like whilst it's probably just very Hollywood, whereas Hereditary took a very much like we're gonna go very very like we're gonna try and make it like super creepy, but also it's like I don't know. There's just something about the like something about the way it feels that just wasn't as scary. Or
the way I feel about it is exactly the same. Yeah, like because I do actually with this kind of thing and with a lot of horror films these days actually they try to do something different. I always ask a lot of these questions. They do quite often do that to us, but usually that's enough for me to dislike the film. But in this case, I asked these questions, but overall I still really enjoyed it.
I'm the same.
I found it really creepy. I found some parts really disturbing. Obviously, there's one bit in particular with the car, which was left us sort of stunned for quite a while.
I don't think it was very much just like horror movies that just shock you with like kind of frights.
No, definitely there was a lot more to it than that.
Really, was it? There was a bit. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, even though it was capable of doing that, it didn't rely on that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like towards the end when the mother character was like totally, I don't know what if she was possessed or what. But, I mean, I don't know what that was about because the demon was still in the little girl's head or the body or what.
Yeah.
And then the cult was around, like kind of getting that lad doing some weird kind of. Well, they were doing like rituals and that because his photo was all over, wasn't it? And the body and all that stuff. But when she was totally kind of overtaken and she chased him up into the loft.
Yeah.
And those shots were quite tight when he ran up. And then he pulled it up and you could hear her banging. And you just imagined her with that fist banging on the floor because that was how high it was. And then it just cut. And she was kind of on the roof, like clinging on the roof, smashing it with her head.
Yeah.
And that cut from you assuming it was a hand because that's where they left the shot.
To
cutting back in the head, hitting it that
but like
fast.
so quickly as well. Yeah.
Freaked us out big time. Like. And then that bit where just after it, where she was floating above and sawing her own head off or something. And that's when you see Toni Collette's face because she was like when she had that close shot of her eyes like staring down like sideways where she was going.
But
that stuck with me. I couldn't sleep. I was like, Jesus Christ.
But I'm like, I was thinking about that bit, but I was even thinking about much earlier than that when you didn't even know what anything was going on. If she walked over and she looked at something that didn't even look particularly scary, but it cut to her face and the look of horror, I think it was the contrast between a relatively normal thing happening to her complete horror made me feel really like
a dream sequence.
Yeah. And I think what's going on in her head for her to have that face, you know? And
it's good when movies do that though, when you get the reaction rather than what they're seeing, and your imagination goes, Jesus Christ, what is that?
Well, I mean, it obviously it's for me. Obviously, something's just not connecting.
Yeah. It's the same for me though. Like, I did very much enjoy it, but it's just got so many holes in it that I'm thinking. Was it good or am I
can completely understand people question to the point where
I wouldn't say I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm probably never going to watch it ever again.
Yeah. No,
whereas I feel like
lots of people have actually said they didn't like it and I've been like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But
I think for me it's I kind of like I like the roller coaster more of like an Insidious or a Conjuring or an Annabelle not Annabelle 1 but Annabelle Creation where I prefer like ghosts and I prefer like people just like walking around a big house being like, am I alone or am I not? And there's the Netflix show The Haunting of Hill House is currently I've just started watching that because I was a massive fan.
Good. I've heard it's great.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of The Haunting, which is from 1963 I think, but obviously they were totally held back by the CGI and stuff like that, and it was all kind of based on the acting. And it's a black and white film and all that stuff. So it's got all those things holding it back.
1963.
But the thing is, what they would do is the biggest effect was they would get a wooden door and they would push it with a wooden plank, and it would actually bend the door, and that was the biggest thing that they could do. But the house they shot in, they managed to like do like the not the wallpaper, but like you know when those old houses have like feathers, but like it's part of the wall. Like a design, like clay.
Oh yes.
You could rub your hand across it, but it's just a design that's an old-fashioned design.
Yeah, definitely.
But they've done it so that it's like faces, and the camera would every so often just have like a little face in the corner, and you'd be like, "What's this about?" But like for the '60s, it's like this was a few years before Psycho, I think.
That's pretty inventive for such an.
So they're coming up with. So you can imagine that if Robert Wise was able to make that film now, he would do some crazy things.
It's the starts of creative horror, really, isn't it?
But they do this really great shot where they're like it's a voiceover and that classic like not Vincent Price, but the kind of voiceover where it's like it's an old house and and if anyone walks there, it walks alone. But it's like it's a house that is empty, but there's always a light on. You're like, well, who's turned the light on in the house? Like stuff like that is for me kind of more. It's just more exciting, that kind of gothic horror more than anything. And they do this shot where they describe this woman who effectively is born in the house, like she's not even born in hospital or whatever, and she dies in the same bed she was born in. And it's just like this shot where it's a girl's face, and then it fades to an adult, and then it fades to an old lady, and that's it. But it's like 1 minute long of just these faces just slowly appearing on the screen. It's really just like weird because the music's like synthesizer music.
It's black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
The thing is, for me, I always find black and white films are naturally creepy anyway.
Oh yeah.
There's something even about like romantic old films that just creep us out. I don't know what it is. I think it's like you say, it's the weird music in the background. It's
the acting. The acting's very like I say there's no problem here. It's a fine house, and
Yeah.
it's just like no, you're definitely gonna get like because they can't show people getting murdered. They have to show people getting scared and killed in other ways. So they do that whole thing of like there's a bit where a woman gets possessed and she climbs like a ladder and her eyes are just wide. And that's it. She just climbs, not a ladder, sorry, like a spiral staircase, and then she goes out of frame, and then her feet just drop into frame, and that's it. And like one of her shoes falls to the ground, and then it's just like silence, and then it's like 30 seconds of just watching her feet swing, and then someone
creepy,
runs
isn't
in.
Yeah, that's creepy for an old film.
And
as well.
someone runs in, looks up, and then screams, and then it moves on to the next scene.
You know what? I've just had a thought as well. I think one of the reasons that old films might creep us out a bit naturally, regardless of genre, is the fact that majority of the people who are involved in this film are dead. Sometimes in a lot of cases, all of them. And do you know?
Often.
It also, do you know when you get?
They feel like it's their ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, how's he there?
Kind
I know he's dead.
In a way, Dave, it is the ghosts. You know, it's the imprint on the tape.
Oh God.
But do you know? This is just a random fact, kind of related to that. Do you know if you watch like a sitcom, for example, from the 90s, a lot of the canned laughter is recorded decades before that.
Yeah.
It could have been recorded in the 60s. So quite often, if you're watching a sitcom, you'll listen to a lot of dead people laughing.
That's mad, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I never thought about that. It's horrible.
Yeah.
A horrible thing to say about.
But I was going to say that the new version of The Haunting of Hill House, they do this thing where they put people in the background of the shots. So there's a bit where the guy closes the door, and the door he's like it's like a kid's bedroom, and he runs in and he shuts the door and he locks it and he goes no matter what, you don't speak. And it's just a shot. It's a shot reverse shot on a adult and a child, and every so often it'll cut to the doorknob turning left, and then it'll go to the dad, and then the doorknob will turn right, and it cuts to the boy, and then in the boy shot there's someone standing in the background, but they don't pay any attention to it. And then it'll cut back to the doorknob and it'll go left again, cut to the adult, cut to the boy, and the person's not in the background anymore. But there's nothing there to make it like there's not like a lamp. You're like, oh, that red lamp wasn't there before because it was being covered by someone. They don't pay any attention to the fact that there's people in that house. There's ghosts in the house. There's a scene where the camera just slowly moves across a staircase and there's a child's face in between one of the banisters. And that's it. You wouldn't notice it because you're however many meters away from your TV screen. Your TV screen's only so big.
And it's bad quality as well, surely.
Are you not supposed to see these things unless you're lucky?
They're like it's like
because I know a lot of films do that, but you're supposed to see it. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it if they don't. If it's so subtle that if you miss it, you miss it.
The thing is, though, even if it's subtle, and if you do miss it, there's probably a little part of you that did notice something. Yeah. So that's what creates the
Well,
atmosphere.
it's like magic. So there's a bit where like they run down the stairs. And what they do is they make you look at people running for their lives on the stairs, but either side of the stairs is like a big gothic mansion. There's like the Resident Evil mansion. Is it the big stairs in the middle, and there's the two bits on the side?
Yeah.
Well, on each of the sides, in the alcoves, there's ghosts standing, watching them.
Nice.
But you're watching them run down the stairs. So unless you go to IGN or whatever, or have someone tell you, go back to this, 52 seconds into the episode 3. There's ghosts, and you're like, oh, they're just standing there. It's blatantly obvious, but you're not looking at them.
Yeah. So it's clever in the way
because obviously in that scene you're not supposed to be looking to the side. Whereas when we talked about the nun, like they made it very obvious that like the camera would move left, and then it would move right, and then the nun's shadow would be there, and then the nun would walk off, and you're like, okay, that's good. And then the scare would be she had like CGI teeth, and you're like. Well,
so
hang on.
You
just threw away everything that you had that was good.
Yeah. You'd like some subtlety, basically.
Did you see The Nun?
I haven't. No, because you guys give it such a good review that obviously I was going to rush to watch it.
Yeah. Well, you should get it because there is a bit that will make you have the Toni Collette like ooh face where you're like, how stupid is this film?
Really, right?
Yeah, very upsetting. Let's just do a quick rundown.
What about New Halloween? How do you think about that? That's out now.
I haven't seen.
Is it out? Is it?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's out like yesterday or something.
It was out on Friday. I want to try and see it this week.
Yeah, I really want to see it.
So we're going to have that for next housekeeping.
Hopefully.
I might go see it on Wednesday.
But we've got Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Conjuring. What about like things like The Ring, The Grudge,
The Ring.
The Grudge used to really scare the hell out of me. Like
The Ring was one of the ones I was. Sorry, I just completely. Was one of the ones I was going to do. For the high budget films before. By the way. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say The Grudge, but it's, I don't know.
Sorry, what were you saying about The Grudge?
The American one was the one I watched when I was younger, and it really scared us.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those ones where the image of the ghost girl stuck with us for ages. It scared the hell out of us.
Yeah.
And I watched it again, like, not that long ago. I thought it was a bit trashy and rubbish.
Yeah.
But then I got the Japanese one, and I thought it was great.
Yeah,
it was
I've
really
seen
good.
the Japanese one.
It's not like this. It's a similar imagery, I think, but it's the two kind of American ones put together,
Yeah.
and it was a lot better of a story.
Yeah,
And
the
the
scares,
I mean,
it's
the-
not corny at all.
And
The
scares-
Japanese
scares
just
were
do
a bit.
it so much better.
Yeah, I thought it was great. So I
Always
don't
do
think I'll
better.
ever watch the American one again. Just watch that
I
Japanese
seem to
one.
remember you telling me when we were younger how much The Grudge scared you.
Yes, mate, it's
Yeah.
horrible. I hate it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
And
the
the
one.
Ring scared us as well, actually, just the end scene. But I like the Ring still, the American one, because it's not really scary all the way through with it until
No,
the end.
that one's very much like it's almost like a thriller.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
like
few.
a detective film.
Yeah, it is sort of like
Yeah.
isn't she a journalist or something? It's just trying to work out how the tape does it,
I'm not
or
sure.
something stupid like that.
I think she's just scared because she's seen it, hasn't she?
That's when you think back, actually, like, you know, where's the scare supposed to come? I'm just seeing the dead person, but like,
Yeah,
Well, that
that's
happens
it.
at the beginning, and then you
Yeah.
see nothing again until.
but that's
the
not
end.
scary, just seeing the dead person, you know?
Yeah,
like,
well,
you
I
know.
watched Rings, the third American
Oh
film,
my god, I saw that.
and it was. I think I only got about 45 minutes in. And I was like, what am I
a
doing with
load
this?
of tripe.
I've heard that is awful.
Yeah, it's pretty. I think she only appears in the first 40, however long I watched it for, and there's a whole thing about like people are like watching it on purpose. It's like, but if you live in a world where you know this thing kills you, like the government would like destroy it.
There's
They
that, but
wouldn't
I
let
bet-
people like sell like put it online and stream it on
But I bet if the
YouTube.
government didn't destroy it, I bet people would watch it.
Oh, wasn't
out
it?
of,
Wasn't it like if you show it to someone else, then you don't get killed?
Yeah, it was sort of
And
like
it was
a,
something like there was a pact, like a company where you
It
saw it and it was
follows-
supposed to be like, "Whoa,"
Right.
and then you make someone else watch it.
Yeah.
And it moves on.
So somebody's
It
got to
was
die,
terrible, man.
basically.
Well, eventually.
Has to go to somebody.
And then we'll just go through the last few things that we've got on my list. Sleepy Hollow was apparently one of the top horror film. Not really a horror film, but very much a gothic film. Film I quite enjoy watching.
Yeah, I quite like
I mean, he chops people's heads off. I think it's pretty.
Yeah, Christopher Walken with those
Walken's
teeth.
pretty scary, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is one that I don't think anyone rates. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Never seen it.
I can't say I've seen it.
It's very CGI heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think I'd like it.
What else have we got here?
I think my dad liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pol-
That's the kind of thing you
It's a
know,
dad's film.
a lot of dads would like.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
I watched that recently as well. It's dated. A bit bad. I do quite like it, but it has got that. Is it a Spielberg story or Spielberg film?
Well, Toby Hooper directed it, but everyone who was involved in the process
Is
said
now dead.
Spielberg directed it.
It feels like him.
Effectively, everyone was like, Toby Hooper got on the set and he didn't know what he was doing, so Spielberg was like, I guess I'll have to step in
And just let him keep the credit.
and just let him keep the credit.
Because it's got this really kind of child view, which he has in a lot of films in that era,
Absolutely, yeah.
and it kind of takes away the scares, but it's quite good.
Mm.
I do quite like it.
And then we've got Final Destination, those films.
I've got a soft spot for them. Like
Maybe the first two.
Well, there's a third one with the roller coaster.
yeah,
There's like 5 or
And
6
the
now,
tanning
isn't there?
salon.
up to 3 is all I've seen. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then there was the Final
it's pretty
Destination.
scary when they get trapped in the sunbeds.
Yeah, the sunbeds.
Them two lasses and then burn up.
But they did the Final Destination, and then it made so much money that they did Final Destination 5.
I know, yeah, I noticed that.
And then that one didn't make as much money, so they just stopped it.
At least one of them was 3D, wasn't it, as well?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And then one of your favourites, I'm sure, because it's got Gabriel Byrne in it, Stigmata.
Oh, yes. That's quite good. I did
He
use
was
him
in
in,
Gabriel
Hereditary.
Byrne.
I used him in 2 examples.
I watched Hereditary and it made me think of you
Oh, yeah.
because he was in it.
That's
Like,
why
that's
he was.
like, that's
That's
the guy
why he was
Brett
in my head.
likes.
That's why he was in my head. That's the only reason he popped into my head.
What about
He wasn't even like,
another
sort of a big character in it.
another Shyamalan film, The Village?
I like The Village.
The Village was alright.
It's not scary though.
It's totally based on. You'll enjoy it. Totally based on the twist.
Yeah.
If you don't like that twist, you might as well just get up and leave.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. So once you've seen it once,
Oh
there's
yeah.
no point
There's
watching
no
it
point
ever
watching it a
again.
second
No,
time.
it's good to
Well, you
watch
can
a
watch
film
it
like that
second time.
again and then
Yeah.
you go, oh, I see.
But not the
there's a
third,
little.
there's no third time in
to
that
it.
film.
In terms of Shyamalan films, I thought that.
But then The Sixth Sense, I would watch it over and over again.
I thought The Visit was good as well. It's
I
stupid.
didn't see The Visit. I watched the first 10 minutes and thought, I'm out.
Honestly, I would watch it. I would definitely watch
It is silly.
Yeah,
It is
silly.
very silly.
It's definitely silly, but it's also the best
I
film
heard
that
it's decent.
he churned out in a while.
What about Split? Was that supposed to be good?
Yeah, but that's
Yep.
after that.
Split is good.
Split was after The Visit.
I think because he did The Visit, they
Sorry,
gave him the
really?
money for the Split.
I just mean that The Visit was the first thing he'd done well in a
Right.
while.
Because it was their last Airbender he did, and they were like,
Jesus.
"You have to go to director jail now for a few years."
Shocking.
Director jail. It's good that.
That's what happens if you do so bad, they'll not let you work on anything for a bit, and they'll tell you off.
Didn't I pass go?
That's right. What about Freddy versus Jason? We didn't talk about Freddy versus
I
Jason.
put
Why
that on.
wouldn't
I
we?
put that on not too long ago, just when I was sitting. I needed some kind of bullshit horror to watch. It was goddamn awful. I couldn't watch it.
If we're
It
talking
was
about
terrible.
franchises and how much money they're making, would Freddy vs Jason have went into Friday the 13th?
Well, that's a good question
Alright,
because
well,
Surely
it's
both. It just goes in both lists.
it's
Yeah,
difficult
yeah.
because it is a Jason. Jason's going around killing people,
Yeah.
and it's Freddy's being like, "Hey, like
Stop it!
stop it! I want to kill them and get more powerful." It's weird, and then all of a sudden, Freddy just somehow manages to get enough power to.
When I watched it, I put it on. And I thought, the CGI was awful as well. But
Oh yeah,
I thought, right, well, just go to the bit where they fight each other at the end and see if that's good. My God, it's absolutely
When he's
terrible.
firing missiles
What is
at
it
him.
about? It's like a fight from the Fast and the Furious or something, like the old ones.
Uh-huh.
Like a mad, like he's clotheslining him and
Yeah.
doing like a hurricane, like Freddy's doing a hurricane on him. And that,
Hurricane.
What's this about? Mental,
It is shocking. It's
cheesy, terrible music. Like it felt like W.S. Anderson.
Nah.
It's awful.
to say that it's one of the worst films I've ever seen is strong, but
W.S.
completely
Paul
Paul
W.S.
W.S. Anderson,
Anderson.
you're right, yeah.
true. Yeah.
What about the Amityville Horrors? Have we seen any of them?
Only the Ryan Reynolds one.
Ryan
I thought
Reynolds,
was
Yeah.
all.
Same.
And then the Omen as well is like one that's like it's got like three old ones, but only anyone really pays attention to the first one.
I've watched both of the new first ones. So
Yeah.
I've watched the first one and the
The
remake.
new one. All right.
Yeah.
There was a bit in the remake where they started being like, and like Damien, the Antichrist, wants the dad to do something with like the weather, and I was like, what is this about? Let me tell you right now, if you have all the power of Satan, you're not like, I'm gonna make the icebergs melt. You're like, you just come out and just burn people.
Yeah.
It made no sense, and I
Is
was
it the Omen where
furious.
where he's like nanny hangs herself out the window?
Aye,
That's a good bit.
and the
At
priest
party.
gets
Is
the
that's
spear.
in both, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Is the first one where someone gets hit by a truck and then they throw a ragdoll over the truck? Have you seen that?
Someone, yeah.
The effect in it. It's so good. They go, there's a shot like close up. They go, I'm gonna get run over, and then someone just throws a dummy in a dress, and it's so obviously a dummy. It's so good.
I love it when things like that
So
happen. It happens way too often. And then they put that what's the Wilhelm scream over the top of it.
All right, and then not many left now. Saw. What about Saw? We did talk a little bit about Saw.
Yeah,
I
we mentioned Saw as the franchise.
really liked Saw 1.
Have you seen Jigsaw? The
Yeah, I have
the newest
actually.
one. What did you think about that? Did you feel tricked?
Nah, I thought it was a bit like this, like the same. But you go in expecting a bit of gore porn.
Yeah.
I was at the
That's
point
exactly
where
what
I like decided that it was ridiculous by that point. I was like, yeah, this is way too much now. He died like in Saw 3 or something. How's he still?
Yeah, I stopped watching it after I saw 3. I think.
Yeah. I preferred the Hostel films to the Saw films.
I was going to say Hostel was on the
Did you?
list, but I had to take it
No, I
off
didn't.
to make.
Probably the first Hostel film.
I thought that was all gore porn from the beginning. I don't
Yeah,
really like
from
that.
the beginning.
I don't know.
So-
I really didn't think it was.
So of course it was. He was like drilling his
It
eyeballs.
doesn't.
and
It
that,
doesn't
wasn't
start until quite a bit into it. Like the first part is.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
that's the whole hook of the film, isn't
it's
it?
a
Like,
setup.
just that the torture part of it, where
Yeah.
Saw at least had like a cool kind of
Come and watch
investigation
the pain.
game.
I don't know. I
thing
thought
going
it
on.
was quite creative. I thought the story was creative. I think that added obviously like the kids into it and stuff, which added a bit more horror into it as well. Like that's one of the scariest things about it. It's just a load of kids who wouldn't just cave your head in with a rock. I thought it was pretty nasty. I thought it was
Doesn't
creative.
he kill a guy in the toilet?
Yeah.
Isn't the last kill in the toilet?
I thought it was a bit
It's
just
one
like
of those.
shock therapy kind
Yeah,
of.
oh yeah, that's
I don't
that's
like
what it
that
is for
horror
me.
as much.
What about third last? The Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie's films in
Yeah.
general,
Yeah, I like them.
and
I don't really mind them either.
mhm.
I didn't like Halloween.
You didn't like
because
Halloween.
I didn't like what he did to Michael. But
He took the most interesting part about Mike Myers and Michael Myers
Turned him
and
into
threw it away.
just
Yeah.
a victim of bullying.
I believe it's called. I think it's called Hellbilly. That's what they call it when it's like a horror film that's involving hillbillies.
Oh, right, okay.
So there's like he's like
They are quite
like-
creepy though. Aren't they? That
like
family
oh,
and
yeah,
Devil's
yeah.
Rejects.
like Ron Turn and that kind of stuff. Is that like that would be Hellbilly?
that would be Hellbilly. Yeah.
I remember watching it when I was kind of hungover and feeling a bit delicate. And there's a bit where they take like some lass's husband away, and he murders him, and then you just see back in the hotel, and he comes back, and he's wearing her husband's face and proper getting in her face, and that. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, that would be absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Just the person you love, like unconditionally, and he's cut his face off and wearing it,
That
and he's
is the
showing
thing.
it to you in your face, going,
The maximise the actual,
Mental.
the horror of it done, and maximise like what your reaction
and
would
they're
be. to
very
things.
real
Yeah.
because they're.
House of a Thousand Corpses, I did a similar thing. Like I was pretty hungover when I watched that as well, and
I can't remember them like. I
It
just
affects you
remember
a lot
that
more. I think that's the best time to watch these films because you just really feel like
bit.
beaten up at
Can't,
the end of
yeah,
it.
you can't defend yourself.
And then we've got Scream, which obviously was huge
I can't watch it.
in the late 90s.
I can't watch it because of Scary Movie, and they've blended
Yeah.
together in my head. So I actually bought them very recently because they were on sale of the 3 and 4 or 5, and I thought, well, might as well get them and see it on Halloween, watch them. And I put the first one on, and I'm anticipating stupid things to happen all the time, and I'm giggling away. I'm like, this is not the point in this film.
It's got to go to the guy when he's smoking a bong with his,
Yeah.
his tongue out and stuff like that.
And he's like, Drew Barrymore was on the phone in the beginning, and he said, "Don't you hang up on me, or I'll gut you like a fish." And all I could hear was when he does it in Scary Movies, like, "I'm gonna gut you like a fish." I was laughing me.
I've got a slash and gash, cut another hole in your ass.
I was like, I can't watch this. It's ridiculous.
And then
If the phone rings, don't answer the call.
well, I don't. The thing is,
And then he's running around the house and he's like this, and, and I just see him like hiding behind the settee with his
I can
feet
see
out,
you.
giggling.
Obviously
Oh,
there
it's
is meant
so
to
good.
be a bit of a parody though. There is meant to be some kind of ridiculous bits in it. When you keep on falling over all the time and stuff, it's meant to be a parody
I
of
absolutely
slasher films.
I absolutely love Scary Movie.
Yeah.
you love Scream?
The first one, obviously.
Yeah, I've got a soft spot for the second, but it's nowhere near as good.
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
first
absolutely.
is actually genius.
Yeah,
It's so
I
funny.
do love the first one, but my soft spot's for the third one because that's when the guys who made the Naked Gun series take over from Scary Movie.
That's
Is
what disappoints me so much about the third one is because it could have been so good.
Yeah,
and
it's
also,
different. It's
I
a
don't remember
different. It's a
it being good
totally
at all.
different sense of humour,
Yeah.
but it's still funny for me.
And also, didn't they get Leslie Nielsen into it? And it's like
Yeah,
one
he's
of his
the
last films, and it's nowhere near
No,
as good as
his,
this.
his last film is Superhero Movie, the parody of superhero films, and he plays Uncle Ben
Did
effectively.
he go into all of them?
Yeah.
There was too many of them after
But
Scary
they-
Movie. Like,
but when
they've done
there's-
for everything.
The Zucker brothers are doing it. They'll just ask Leslie Nielsen to be in it, and he always is like, "Oh yeah, of course I will."
Yeah.
'Cause
I didn't know they
he,
did
He
that.
made Aeroplane and everything with them.
Yeah.
I know, but that's the thing that disappoints us so much is that like now if they bring out a film, there's no way I'm watching it.
Yeah.
The third one, it has got its moments, but the first one is actually a good film.
So the first one is good.
Yes, isn't it? Like,
But
even
I
like
said-
they have the reporter, and the reporter runs off into the woods, and then they do Blair Witch, and she's got that big snot over it. It's like an absolute crease, man.
no, it's great. But what I was saying about Scream though, is that Scream itself is like a parody. It's a lot more subtle.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's a lot more subtle, but then to make another parody of that, it's almost taking the mick too much. But obviously they did it. It is.
That was the whole thing with Scream, wasn't it? It was a horror movie. That was a way it was a horror movie.
Yeah.
And it was the
But
thing
it's been ruined by Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Really, I can't.
And
It's impossible to watch.
Scream was going to be called Scary Movie.
Was
And
it?
then when
which
they
is
found
why-
What
out-
are the other
Scary
two?
Movie took
What are
that.
the other two like in the Scream series?
Well, number
I
two
haven't seen one. I don't
is
think.
pretty much number one
Three.
again.
There's
Yeah.
four. Sorry, there's four.
Was it?
Number
Oh, there is.
Number three is pretty terrible, where they introduce a new character and they're like, you know, when you like see a soap and whatever, and it's like, all of a sudden someone's long lost brother turns up, and it's like, well, you're the killer then, because I know who the rest of these people are.
Yeah,
I've never met you before. And then in the fourth one, it's just like they're using like apps to do ghost face voices and stuff like that. Like that's all it is.
I
It's
think
like,
for the fourth one as well, because obviously there's been quite a bit of time passed between them and then.
yeah,
So I think they've like almost went back to the original story again, but then added new things into
Yeah,
it like that.
they just added technology.
Yeah, which
That's
is
all
quite
done.
often what people do when it's like a reboot of something that hasn't been on for a while.
Was it not good then? That one.
It was. I still think it was alright.
It's 5 out of 10.
Like you made this subtle, self-aware horror. It just kind of blends into just being like any other teen horror.
Because it starts by doing like, because isn't the in universe Scream is called like Knife or something.
Stab, I think it is.
Stab,
Yeah.
and they do Stab 4 and a trailer for Stab 4, Stab 5, and Stab 6 in the opening of Scream 4, something like that. And it's just a reason to have like Paris Hilton turn up and get stabbed, and then Anna Paquin turns up and gets stabbed, and
because wasn't it in the first one? Because obviously on the phone he talks about actual horror movies. So,
yeah.
But then isn't there a horror movie expert in the film who talks
Yeah.
about horror movie conventions
Yeah.
of what you shouldn't
It's,
do in the movie because there's a killer on the loose.
I forget who it is, but it's a guy who ended up having like he had his own like TV show for a bit where it was like the whatever project. Jamie Kennedy, and then it was taken over by was it Kieran Culkin or Rory Culkin? One of the Culkins took over that role in the fourth one.
Yeah.
And then the last one, Blair Witch. Blair Witch 2, not very good.
Haven't seen it
at all.
Well, I didn't mind Blair Witch 2. If I'm honest, I did think it was, like I say, it did feel very low budget.
I think I saw it too close to Blair Witch 1, and I was like, but I loved Blair Witch 1, and this isn't anything at all.
No.
And I went to see the remake or the third one.
The reboot.
Yeah, of the
I did it
in the cinema, and I enjoyed the last 20. Once he gets to the house, and the house is effectively alive, and the doors keep locking, and then they turn around and the door's gone, and it's just a wall. I enjoyed all that stuff, but the rest of it in the forest, I was just like, right, well, I've seen this film already.
I'm amazed that film made so little money in the box office.
I think I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it because it was a horror film. Like it wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
Apart from the bit where there's like the hangover bits on it from the tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
And there was the one where it had the hair. One of the dolls had the lass's hair, and she went, Jesus, and then one of them snapped it, but then the woman snapped.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Snapped it in half, and I was like, Jesus Christ, fucking shocked as that.
No, it has its moments, but just
Yeah.
if you're watching a film, you don't want a couple of moments.
Yeah. Most horror films have got moments, haven't they?
And I also thought it was a bit weird that you've seen the Witch.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't
And
need
it
to
looked
do that.
mental.
You didn't need to do that. And if you're going to, don't like running it like a,
like a big monster.
like a barbarian.
Yeah,
just like a bit more subtlety is what I'd like in that film.
And it was, as I've always said, you can always fail upwards in Hollywood. So you were surprised how little money Blair Witch made, and the director's now doing Godzilla versus King Kong.
Right. Okay.
So they went, you couldn't make a successful Blair Witch film with 30 million. He has 200 million, and you can make a monster movie.
Out of two popular franchises, they're getting blended into one.
So, again, as I've always said, you can always fail upwards in Hollywood once you're in. The boys, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, as usual.
Victory is sweet for Dave. Even though you were so positive you weren't going to win.
I'm kind of glad I didn't win because I haven't got the disappointment of realising I didn't actually win anything.
Well, we'll see. Radio. Hey everyone, Dan again. We lost the outro. We had some technical issues and we lost kind of the last 5 minutes. So we're going to do another horror game next week. And then we'll go back to the usual programming of housekeeping and the news and whatnot. And then from November, we'll go back to regular games, heading into Christmas, where we'll try and do Christmas-themed games and probably do another Christmas quiz, depending on how well this one turns out. All right, okay, we'll catch you later. Thank you for listening to Grand Pitch Thought So. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out our other castings on games like The Last of Us, Silent Hill, and Resident Evil. Don't forget to rate and review the podcast on iTunes, Podbean, or wherever it is you download your podcasts from. And feel free to get in touch with us on Instagram and Twitter at JPTSPod and on Facebook at Grand Pitch Thought So. This podcast is produced and edited by Dan Hewitt. Grand Pitch Thought So is not affiliated with the motion pictures or video games reviewed or mentioned in any of the episodes. All movie clips and music used in this podcast are the intellectual property of the respective copyright holders, and they are included here for the purpose of review, and no infringement is intended.